Hey guys, it's Drax. Swung by my local thrift store on the way home from school today and I found this. It cost me $2 total and is missing its stock. You can see where I took the sticker off here in the back, but I'm kind of excited to revive this blaster. I think that it would be an excellent excuse not only to play with a Longshot, which is something that I haven't done in a while, remind people that Springers are certainly still the absolute best blasters for your buck out there, and then most importantly, use a really sweet kit from a company called Hobby Mods, which is what Nerf Nerd now sells his branded kits underneath. So let's take this and turn it into an Aussie spec Longshot worthy of the internals we're going to put into it. One last look at these internals. Sadly, most of the gear is internal, so there's not too much special to see here, but I guess some of the aluminum's peeking through and you can see how we sanded down the epoxy after it. So if you recognize this glorious hunk of half-inch PVC and duct tape as a stock block before I said anything about it, then you are all kinds of old school cool, but that should be the last thing that we need to do before sealing this up. And there we have it. Alright guys, so this is the final segment for the SubZero CS6. I'm really pleased with how this blaster turned out aesthetically in terms of the subtle silver detailing and the real Arctic camo feel that I got with the combination of silver and white and this film on top of it. I'm also pleased that the film didn't tear or roll in too terribly many places, and the Digicam lends itself well to that, so where it did roll, there's some subtle rolling here and then some subtle blurring over here. It still looks very, very Arctic-y and very snowy, and I'm just overall happy with the blaster as it came out. I think that the white and the black looks great since I had to outsource the stock for it, and as a rescue blaster, I'm really okay with how this turned out. The spring power for this build seems to be almost overshooting it. There's still some very real residual force after firing the dart, and for some reason on this one I'm getting some weird chambering issues, so you saw that I had to like fickle with that just a little bit and then it's firing fine, so that makes it a little bit awkward. That seems to be chambering fine, so I like to check it before firing it, but overall I'm pleased with the build. I think that it's a solid Longshot. It hits very hard and it's got all the right mods in all the right places. Anyhow, the hydrodipping film was really a test piece for me. I wanted to salvage this Longshot, but I also wanted to prove to myself that I could hydrodip a much larger surface area than the pistols I've been doing, so a full-sized rifle in my yard work wheelbarrow was definitely a good way to do that. Leaving the bolt action on was cool because it means that I get to show off as much of this hydrodip job as possible, and the fact that the film still managed to wrap underneath things, into crevices, even up and around these circles and holes and whatnot really lends itself well to the overall aesthetic. So the SubZero, in my mind, was a success both aesthetically and kind of a, let's give it like a B- in performance, and that I think that the balance could be a little better, and the weird chambering is driving me crazy. It really gets to me, although it's performing fine right now, which is driving me crazy because there we go, and now, So stuff like that. Anyway, I do not need another Longshot, and they take up a great deal of space in the workshop, so I will be selling the SubZero on my eBay. It's a fine primary for like a Sambo style war. If you intend to use it for HVZ, you will have to familiarize yourself with it intimately, because the last thing you would want is for it to mischamber while fighting zombies. That's a high stress, high reward situation. So that's the blaster. Link to my eBay in the description box below. I start all of my auctions at 99 cents, so everybody has the equal opportunity to purchase my work, but that's it. I think I haven't signed this one yet, so I'll be sure to sign it down here before it goes out. But thank you so very much for watching. If you liked this and have suggestions for other things that I can do now that I've got my hydro dipping technique down for large blasters, let me know what would look good. Let me know what your favorite video game blaster is with a cool paint job like this, because it really just opens it up to the ability to make virtually anything without too much extra effort involved in the painting process. Painting this digital camo would have taken me an entire evening, whereas the hydro dipping process took about an hour. So not too bad there, but I think that covers everything that I wanted to say about this blaster. I'm happy with it.